on the FUI Report, the second quarter edition. We thought we was BSing with you. We said we'd be here every quarter to bring you an FUI Report. 3 parts, 3 segments. First segment, random talking. FUIs, J.R. Smith, Thompson, Cavs, Warriors, other FUIs. Email segment 2, your favorite. And 3, the old school FUI material. But I am fired up. Volume live stream, people. And I'm fired up to turn over to the man himself. Been with me since day one on the Bossman show. My man, my road dog, the one only, Hollywood. Alec, what's good, my good brother?
Ho, ho, Hollywood. Back in the house with the Bossman, man. Oh, my goodness, we got a show for you. We're going to get started just in a minute, but I just want to speak on it. You know, we've been doing this for the better part of how many years, Bossman?
2010, my good brother.
Oh, my goodness, it's been a long time. We've had fun, and I'm telling you, this show is going to be no different than any other show we've had. It's going to be absolutely epic. We've got the Cavs, the Warriors, we got Tristan, man, we got J.R. Smith. The FUI king himself, you know, with more brick shots, hangman dunk, the whole 12. Man, we've got it for you. The FUIs, the emails are coming in. Hey, it's going to be a good show, man. You all prepare yourself. Hollywood is back. Let's do it.
Brother, Hollywood. I was covering NBA Finals this year.
Oh, yeah.
And Hollywood, I got to witness our FUI king, who has been a part of our show since day one with all his shenanigans he pulls. But
Pretty much.
Game 1 at Golden State, he pulls the biggest shenanigan of all. Like, my man forgets the score of the game. He thought they were winning and dribbled the ball out and threw the ball for a pass and a shot with no good. And LeBron James meme, look at him like, what are you doing? It's like the FUI king has topped himself, Hollywood.
Dude, it is my humble opinion that maybe he had downed the bottle of T.W. Samuels before the game. But like I was telling you, my first question is how do you not keep up with the score? You understand?
Exactly.
How is it that you're not even keeping up with the score? It's like what were you thinking about? I saw more memes saying, man, is JR stoned? Is JR drunk? Is JR what is he thinking about? Better than that, what was LeBron thinking about?
Having him on the
His
team.
face told the story. I know he was like, what the hell? I mean, what are you doing? You're going to dribble the timeout? Putting him into into OT? Man, look. You know what I'm saying? And the funny part, like I was telling you, you know, due to my work schedule, I wasn't able to catch the games, but I saw all the replays. I was just looking like, it just brings an air of confirmation to what we've been saying from the very beginning.
Exactly.
You understand? Nobody wanted to. We had a lot of unbelievers, you know. We have a lot of people saying, man, what's up with you guys in the FUI King? But now you all got to see it for yourself, and now you all know what we're talking about when we say that this guy is the king of effed up individuals.
The king.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's how it is. I mean, like, I don't know what else to say about it. He did that. He did it. You know, and I don't think that was. I mean, I probably don't think that was as bad as the no shirt.
Exactly, that thing.
The no shirt T-shirt. You know, pretty tasteless and tacky, if I must say so myself. You know, but hey, you know, I'm not gonna knock his hustle. I mean, you know, God's got to do what he got to do for a buck. You know what I mean? But, yeah, that was a blunder of epic proportion. And, you know, I know a lot of the guys came to his aid and said that, you know, this could happen to anybody, you know, but
No, it doesn't.
Can it, you know what I'm saying? Like, can this really happen to anybody?
But him.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, you know, I'm not a rocket scientist or anything like that, but I do know that at least keeping up with the score, in other words, like, it's almost like knowing your surroundings.
How about looking at the scoreboard above your head, around the arena?
You know, it's right there. There's no excuse. Like, what were you trying to do? Sabotage the game? And then you had this face like, oh, what just happened?
I thought we was ahead by one. Really? How?
It was amazing. It was amazing. You know, I got the article right here. Players go easy, at least in his face. Players go easy on JR after epic blunder. You understand? I got this one from NBC Sports. It says, it could have been any of us. You see that?
Sure.
But as a matter of fact, Kevin Love said that I really feel like nobody's immune to mistakes. JR saying he could have gotten up and made a play, but mistakes. What do you mean? What do you mean? You know what I'm saying? I mean, he said, and Kevin Durant says anything can happen on a basketball court.
We've seen it. Untying shoes, dapping the homeboy, doing the game.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, look, we've all done stuff. He says we've all done stuff like that on the bench. No, you haven't. You know, I can't talk about a guy like, it's like he couldn't even talk. You know, I can't talk about a guy like, I can't talk about a situation that way because I do some dumb stuff on the court. Well, let me tell you something, Kevin Durant. I really don't think you've done anything quite like that.
No, not nowhere near.
You know what I'm saying? It says LeBron James was not going to throw a teammate under the bus, even though I know he wanted to. And in the theater of the absurd that is the NBA post-game press conferences, it led to him walking out, I'd say storming out, but can you really storm out of a place wearing a suit with shorts?
No, you can't. You can kind of saunter out, but not stomp out.
No, you understand?
Look like our old buddy Ron Zombie with the ascot, about the ascot.
Dude, that is one of the most he was way ahead of his time. Way ahead of his time. You know, you go to church and you want to be acceptable, visibly as acceptable as you can be, because after all, it is church. But when you show up with khaki shorts, an ascot, and some flip-flops, there's a disconnect here.
Exactly.
And I know people heard us say it before. People have heard us say it basically over the past decade. You understand that behavior like that is totally unacceptable. And attire like that is totally ridiculous, if I do say so myself. Now, I know I've worn some tripped out outfits. I mean, never anything like busting an ascot to church.
Exactly.
Or a trench coat while carrying an umbrella or something like that. It's not even raining. And dude, you got on some flip-flops. Like, that's totally out of the element. You understand? But back to the situation at hand, you know, just like I was saying, I was reading NBC Sports, and it was saying that the one guy who was basically critical of J.R. Smith was Draymond Green. And he says, I guess that further goes along with my theory. I thought he was looking for LeBron. I would have looked for LeBron too, I guess.
Draymond Green throwing hella shade at those FUI Kings.
Oh, straight up. He's been throwing much shade. But, just like they said, I guess anything can happen on a basketball court. Right? Wrong.
Yeah, like the Cavs make you remember what happened in September for your birthday. The Cavs designated the FUI King their statement player, remember?
Oh, my God.
Remember for the whole season, he was their statement player. And their statement player cost them their season, pretty much.
Pretty much. It was almost as if I were to use terms of, my favorite, quote, sport, which would be professional wrestling, is actually entertainment, right? You understand? But it was almost as if he had won the belt. He carried this thing around like he was actually wearing a belt. Like, I'm the statement player. You know what I'm saying? I'm the champ. I'm the greatest. You understand what I'm saying? A statement? Like, what are you talking about, dude?
Exactly.
Like, stop the madness, man.
And remember he sold those
Stop the madness.
Later pipe shirts, too?
Oh, my gosh. Yes. Absolutely unbelievable. I don't know. I know, they were having a field day on Twitter and basically every social network. I saw the dozens of memes. We've seen it all. I just know that either he needs to lay off the T-Dub or he needs to lay off the Blue Dream or whatever it is and really concentrate on your game. You know what I'm saying? And know your surroundings. I mean, the scoreboard is right above you.
Exactly.
There is no excuse that you can give me, my brother. But you want to know what?
Doing every timeout, a coach tells you the score and how many timeouts each team has. After doing every timeout, you're told, hey, it's 107, 106. We got 2 timeouts. They got 1 timeout to go. Coaches, I'm right behind the bench, so I know. Every timeout, coaches remind the players that the score and timeout situation. Every timeout, they're reminded of this. Is he not paying attention during timeouts? Obviously not.
You understand? You have one left. Like, what? What? I can't decipher for the life of me what his thought process was. You know what I'm saying? Or do you even pay attention when they call a timeout and the coach is speaking? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you staring off into space? Are you daydreaming, night dreaming, whatever the case may be?
Look at the stands when it gets pipe.
Dude, unbelievable. Unbelievable. It leads to shenanigans like, the Warriors fan sarcastically chanting JR for MVP, most valuable player.
On his mind, most valuable pipe.
Ridiculous. But you know what? I'm going to do something right now that I have not done in the past decade. You understand? I'm going to give the FUI King credit where credit is due. I am.
Wow.
Right now. I just, I'm not a hater. I believe in the real, and if it weren't for J.R. Smith, the good old FUI King, our show wouldn't be a success because he's given us mounds upon mounds of material.
I agree.
Mounds upon mounds. You know what I'm saying? And if nobody's willing to give him at least a little bit of credit, sans the lay the pipe T-shirts and give him all that madness. You know what I'm saying? Because right now I kind of I can't even say I feel for this guy. That was, I wouldn't even be telling the truth. Let's keep it real. He needs Jesus.
Yeah, he does.
You know what I'm saying? But thank you. I'm going to say thanks. Thank you, Mr. Smith. You've given us tons of laughs, tons of material. You understand? Over the past 10 years, it's been absolutely epic. Thank you, sir, for being the FUI king. What can I say?
I agree. Like, this show, like, I think because Hollywood, Hollywood can happen organically because we got to notice this, that every week he was on the report. And
every week.
We just kind of fit. He's like, again? This guy here again? We know, you kind of notice the pattern first more than I notice the pattern. But every week, he's in the report.
I mean, listen, all our new listeners out there, all you have to do is go into the archives.
Yes.
That's all you got to do. If you don't believe us, all you got to do is go to the archives. You're going to hear it for yourself. You understand? This guy has set it off more than any other entity that we've ever had on this show. And I'm talking about Wesley Pipes included.
Exactly.
There's not a person out there that doesn't know this guy. Oh, wow. This guy is in FUI times 10. He's in FUI squared. You understand?
Exactly.
The material that we've had on him is absolutely unbelievable.
Think about this. We've got J.R. Smith his whole career since he was in Denver. We've got him from Denver to the Knicks to now with the Cavs. We've had him.
That's right. He's been a constant. A constant. You understand? And I'm here to tell you, I've had a blast. I've had a blast over the last 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to be bringing you a lot of new stuff. We have new plans that we're going to talk about. You know what I'm saying? The show is going to get bigger and it's going to get better. Every quarter, we're going to bring it to you. FUI Report. Bossman in Hollywood, dude. We're kicking it off. You know what I'm saying? J.R. Smith.
Brother, Hollywood, he just said in the live stream chat, don't hate because he has a 4-year, $50 million contract and you don't have one in Hollywood. You're still scared to come see me like a man. There he goes with that again.
Dude, I don't need to come see you. I see you all over the TV every time you're there making a fool out of yourself. You know what? If you want to shut down the show, stop giving us material. And even if you don't give us material, the show will still go on because there's always an FUI out there waiting and willing.
No matter what Hollywood, he makes the show. Like, remember last March in 17 around my birthday, he was in a cast in Miami on a bench trying to fight somebody with a broken hand.
That's true.
Day for the show, he made the show. He was the last story in that. That was to be the first show without J.R. Smith. This is we changed our format, and he made it. Anyway.
Unbelievable.
At the buzzer, he made it.
Like, even when that just goes to show, even when he's not on the court, he's going to make the report. Unbelievable. No matter where he is, he finds some way to make the report, and it's absolutely amazing. But that's just what he does. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those guys, the attention is good for him. Like, hey, who am I to judge? Then we have J.R. Smith congratulates fellow no-shirt brother, Nick Young. Did any of you out there see that?
Exactly. Another FUI, Nick Young.
Dude, like, this is crazy, man. And then they had the picture. They had the picture of the no shirt. And that's the one I sent to you.
Yes.
It's a shirt that it's a shirt with a print of JR's chest and back and shoulders in tattoos and everything.
He has too many tattoos, by the way.
Dude, it's probably one of the crazier things that I've seen. You understand? You know, and of course, you know, it's usually when he's partying or something like that, and just like I said, NBC Sports says they're my go-to people. Smith partied it up the way many of us expected him to do. He seemingly spent a solid fortnight completely shirtless. And things went so far that people decided to print up a T-shirt of Smith's shirtless torso.
Terrible.
Did you get that? Absolutely incredible. Absolutely
$36.99 too. $36.99 if you want a FUI King shirtless shirt.
Hey, you understand? If that's your thing, hey, you know, just like I said, who am I to judge? They even got a picture here of his shirtless brother, Nick Young, popping that ace of spades, no shirt and backpack.
Why is it a backpack though?
Yeah, I have no idea.
And why is Team Switch congratulating him and he lost to Nick Young? Why is that too?
But that's what I'm talking about.
You lost this man.
You understand? Yeah, like, these are the reasons. Like, these are the reasons right here that he makes our report every single solitary time. Because there's nothing that he does that does not scream FUI. Nothing.
Exactly.
And that's why he is dubbed the FUI King. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're trending like straight bricks, oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what do you expect? You're going to make the list. You understand? And he's not the only one that has made the list. And I'm sure we're going to get into that in a little bit. You know,
exactly.
a lot of people are going to make this list, you know, eventually. This guy is just the one that, you know, he just consistently makes the list.
And he does so much to make the list. Like you want to ignore him, but you can't because his shenanigans are so expansive and they come in bunches.
That's right. And, you know, I would believe that that's part of the mystique behind JR, the FUI King Smith. You know what I'm saying? Is that he pulls these shenanigans, and then when you look at his face, it's like he's almost looking at you like, man, what did I do?
Like it's normal. No, it's not normal.
You understand? That's what I'm saying. Is like, I can't help myself. This is just everyday behavior for me. It's just an everyday walk in the park. And we're looking at him like, dude, what park are you walking in? Like, is this you walking in Willy Wonka land? Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Like, this guy's amazing. This guy's amazing. You sent me something else about Draymond Green on Tristan Thompson. That's another guy.
That guy. God. Another Cavs. You know how the Cavs are all FUI? You notice that?
Absolutely ridiculous. He said, you know, we can meet in the streets. Like, you understand? Like, where is that coming from? You know, I once, you know, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Is it turning into WWE? You know, Draymond Green on Tristan Thompson. I could meet him in the streets any day.
Exactly.
Wow. You know, this came after Thompson was fined $25,000 after he argued with Green and then smashed the ball into his face, connecting on a meat punch in the process. Hey, The thuggery must stop.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude's Canadian. He's not hard.
Crazy.
Tristan, you ain't hard, dude. Stop. Stop with
Please.
molasses, Tristan.
You know, right? Like, please stick to the game. You know what I'm saying?
Stick to your Kardashian who you got knocked up.
Oh my gosh! Please help. Please help. You sent me, what is this? More Than True. Tristan Thompson finally acknowledges he's the Canadian Poppy of two, eh?
Mm-hmm.
You cannot make... Dude, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. You know what I'm saying? I mean... Well, can you elaborate on some of these hijinks?
Yes. Tristan Thompson, as you know, is a Cavs player. A no-good backup center that he is.
Oh, my God.
He's the backup center, bro. The backup center being these shenanigans. He's the same man who got Lanny Blair pregnant last year and left her for Khloe Kardashian, and ended up getting Khloe pregnant and getting caught with dots in D.C. when it's time to play the Wizards, and we went to play the Knicks with his tag team partner, the Pipe Man himself, on the live stream. So, and the Pipe Man, whose wife was expecting their fourth daughter, should not have been hanging out with Tristan and the Dots, but he was. His quote was having a good time. I'm sure you were, Smith. So, Tristan had to get back and go with the Kardashian brand after he was blessed to cheat on a 8-month pregnant toting gut of Thompson. Kardashian Khloe was heartbroken, and now they seem to have mended fences. Now she giving him a ring. They partying in LA together. Also, she flashes a huge ring, which tells me they possibly could be engaged, or a promise ring that he won't cheat on her ever again.
Did you say a promise ring?
Yes.
Who the bloody hell gives up promise rings? What the? Oh my God.
He's the FUI. He's in the Cavs. He's the FUI.
Yeah, that's true.
He's a Cavs
That's true.
player.
Unbelievable. The dude said a promise ring. Like we're in high school.
Yes, he bought her an expensive promise ring.
Dude, I am too through. And let me check this out right here. I just popped onto People magazine, and it says Kim Kardashian forces Tristan Thompson to unblock her on Instagram as they mark Khloe's birthday. Yeah, you heard me right.
Wow.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, are we in high school? Like, what kind of hijinks are this? It says, check this out. It says, excuse me. It might be Khloe Kardashian's birthday, but it's Kim Kardashian West who's getting one major present. Okay?
Okay.
The cake. That's right. The KKW beauty mogul, who is 37 years old, celebrated her sister's 34th birthday on Wednesday and documented all of it on her Instagram story. Now, Tristan Thompson, Khloe's boyfriend, was also present at the festivities, so Kim took the opportunity to rebuild their relationship, well, their social media relationship at least. And then she asked, all right, guys, what do you think? It's Khloe's birthday. Should I ask this guy to unblock me? Oh, my gosh. Let me tell you something, man. These hijinks are just absolutely crazy. Like, what are y'all doing? I mean, since when do we have these players who are trying to get more attention for their hijinks on social media than they do actually playing the game? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I just don't understand. You know, but hey, some scandalized swirl, Khloe Kardashian parties in LA with her forgiven baby father, Tristan Thompson. This is a real funny headline right here. Khloe Kardashian. Oh my God. Khloe Kardashian keeps cheating creeper. It's supposed to be cheating, but everything is put with a K. Khloe Kardashian, I'm going to read this.
Hollywood is back, folks, with the Tristan Thompson.
Been zapped.
Zap. He got zapped. That's the old school. We went old school. He got zapped. Old school like.
Yeah, that we got zapped. But back to what I was saying, the Khloe Kardashian cheating creeper Tristan Thompson close with calorie burning couples calisthenics class. This is too funny. This is too funny. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I don't know.
And he's like
the shenanigans are real.
He's always on the reports now for being with this Kardashian. He's always on the report. Like, why? I don't get it.
It's ridiculous if you ask me, but hey, that just means that it's more material for us.
Here go another great Tristan headline for you, Hollywood. It's coming over there to you. You should see it here shortly. Over Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, I see it. Did you get that Khloe Kardashian flash a huge ring on date with Tristan Thompson?
The promise ring.
Oh, that was the promise ring.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it. Warriors winning. Tristan Thompson physically and emotionally exhausted over schlong slanging scandal. Hey, well, hey, let me tell you, I would probably be just as exhausted as him if I was slanging schlong.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, oh my God. He is absolutely ridiculous. And then we have, here's another one. Tristan Thompson temptress. Lainey Blair celebrates her birthday in Las Vegas, says baller isn't even on her mind. Oh!
That's the other baby mama. We got
yeah, that's right. That's the other BM. And I guess he wasn't pulling a Wesley Pipes like the way he was supposed to be.
Exactly. Think about this, though. Tristan Thompson's making the reports like Mr. Smith is. Shenanigans in bunches.
All day. I mean, what do you expect? Just like you said, what do you expect? You know what I'm saying? These guys have...
Think about this.
Oh, wow.
We are this far in the hour number one, segment one. We want to discuss calf FUI problems.
And looking at this, there's plenty.
The Cavs are the most FUI team in sports.
Oh, my goodness.
Another NBA player is in trouble, as we have to read here, brother.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's right. Ben Simmons. You got to be kidding me. Ben Simmons' NBA career in jeopardy went bike riding with Kendall Jenner.
He's done.
You can't make this up, dude. Are you serious? Absolutely amazing at best.
The NBA is very much an FUI league right now.
Dude. Talk about going ham, like ham and eggs with a side of bacon. Check this out. Got another one. Uh-oh. This is about my man, my homeboy from the city. Check this out, this headline. dingy-eyed debauchery. Michael Jordan took a slizzed-up NYC stroll with pure tequila evil in his... with pure tequila evil in his eyes. Where are we getting this stuff from?
Oh, God, these reports are great.
Oh, my goodness.
These reports are amazing right now that I'm reading as they come into me.
Hey, I mean, they don't call him Air Jordan for nothing.
Pure tequila evil is what got me there.
This is too funny, man. Like, and let me tell you, I don't know about anybody out there, but I know, you know what I'm saying? That tequila ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let me tell you something. I've had some tequila nights. You understand? And let me tell you, they were rough. Like, that tequila ain't no joke. And don't you even think about eating that worm. I'm telling you straight up. You're going to be seeing in 3D. So I can almost imagine, like, Jordan was probably out there, just strolling. People talking about taking pictures. He does the little Air Jordan pose, probably fell over a couple of times. I can almost imagine. You ready for the next one, man? Check this out. Oh, no, man. Are you kidding? Black youngster had a wrestling ring full of strippers at his Pornhub-worthy house party.
He sure did. He revealed it on Instagram stories.
This dude, what? Unbelievable. These headlines are ridiculous. Now, here's a good one right here. We could talk about that. Where's Emily B? Fabulous gets embarrassingly curved after sending thirsty DM, and the Instagram model responds, I like my teeth.
Damn.
I like my teeth. Especially after that incident that they had with Emily B and her dad. Did you see that video? Has anybody out there seen that video? With Fabulous running up on Emily B and her father with the knife, or whatever they said it was, a small sword, a hatchet, whatever it was. And she really looked legitimately terrified. You know what I'm saying? Now, me, keep it Trilla. I like Fabulous music. I think he's a really talented MC. I do not condone domestic violence under any circumstances. You know what I'm saying? I'm down for our queens, and I don't believe in laying any hands on them or even approaching our queens with violence. That's where you lose. You understand? And I can almost imagine that Fabulous did take a couple of hits with that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's on video. We see it. He's super angry. He's running up on her. And, I mean, you're trying to basically beat up her dad, rather. You understand? And now you're kind of paying for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody is really speaking on Fabulous right now. But it's never too late to admit your wrongs and make a comeback and become a hero again. You've seen this happen too many times. Now, for this next headline, I'm going to tell you something. I saw the picture. Okay? I know you did, but I saw the picture, and I was wondering, like, I didn't know if it was photoshopped. I didn't know if he was auditioning for a role or if he had on makeup. I didn't know what the hell the problem was. But here's the headline. Let me give it to you. And let's see how many of our listeners have seen or heard, or maybe they saw a meme or whatever the case may be. But he is Groot. Jaheim seems to have morphed into crackishly crusty tree bark, and the jokes are flying. And the jokes are flying. Not...
He sure has.
I saw the picture, and I was like, what in the blue blazes? Like, dude, like, what are you doing?
Probably
I mean, his finger...
Probably that mold jewel, that synthetic, or that TW Sanders.
It's something. Maybe he's on that Flocka.
Or that 211 mixed with some TW Sanders.
That what is it called? That Terminator?
Yes.
Or that Assassin, one of those. Dude,
or some Burnett's, the cheap vodka Burnett's.
He had like the finger wave term. You understand? And then it looked thirsty. It looked thirsty. Like it was crusty, dusty, thirsty. Dude. I was like, man, is this for real? Like, what is he doing? You know, I enjoy his music, but right now he's just looking like something out of a bad Five Heartbeats movie. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe one of our listeners can give us some insight on what might be happening. What might be happening, you know? He just looks really crack-ish.
This will be our last story that you read after this before we go to email. So, folks, emails will be here right after this last one. Just hang tight, people. It's coming.
And please send them in. Please. RN Busted. I'm going to read that again. RN Busted. Short stack singer Jacquees caught for doing 116 miles per hour with a car full of California Kush.
Riding dirty and riding fast at the same damn time. What a fool.
Oh, my God. And I think he's going to make our top 10 FUIs of the year with that one.
Yes, he will.
And we have plenty.
I agree. Well, folks, it's time for emails. So get this. We're going to take a short break here and be back with emails. We got 10 in the queue. I have more. Keep sending them. So if we have time on the back end, we'll read more. But do send them. But we got 10 in the queue. We have time on the back end. We will read those as well. So send them away. I'll sift through them. Hollywood goes through them. The email material next segment. So folks, stick tight. Short break. Boston Hollywood. Emails next.
Holy crap, that was painful.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Listener email on this edition of the Bossman Show. And it's a big one. Okay. Julio and Rafael Edrico Jimenez.
Wow.
It's already bad. I'm diced to the nickels at the shock. Buffalo and half baby shop. What in the hell are you talking about all this? What are you talking about already? Okay, I'm going to read the rest. Things is that Sean and Mauricio did not do the right protest, right, with the W, to unwire the men. Be our and no or go or to what? Leonardo in Lexington. Oh, no, it says, check this out. Compounds and chemical complex. Me, Sarah, over the rim knows. Now, let me tell you something. Leonardo in Lexington, don't you ever email us again. Because I don't even know what you're talking about.
Nothing.
I tried. He's not talking about anything. Like, he's just pressing buttons on the phone. Well, I'm telling you right now, brother, don't email us again. You're banned. Shar, where you at?
Boom! Out of here.
There it is. There it is. Okay, number 2. Oh, this is a good one. James and Trevor. Let me stop you right there. There's no James or Trevor here. You understand? My name is Hollywood, brother. And my partner's name is Bossman. Get it right. Okay? But I'm going to read it anyway. James and Trevor, there's been an injustice of the camera.
Oh, God.
The female IDM on the Facebook is not as pleasant I look as I thought. Really? So she didn't look that good as you tried to unfreeze yourself. Okay, gotcha. Some images are pleasant and others are alarming, not like the cock dough. Is he serious? Sheet looks butter without eyeliner, bought mushes, lip floss, and lipstick, weave, twigs, and other bad things. The female is butter natural. Nat, and he said, look, he's got it separated in 3 words. Natural. N-A-T-T-U-R-R-A-L-E.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Natural, I be down for that. When all dolled up, oh my God, looks bad, sometime manny with it. Scarring. In person. Whatever the hell that means. Oh, okay. It's not as bad. Camera inflames the view of the female. What? How female corrected what I do. Jericho, Rambo, and Duvall. Well, before I cuss you out, Jericho, Rambo, let me try to see if I can decipher this. He's basically saying there's been an injustice of his camera. The female that he DMs on Facebook is not as good looking as he thought. Huh?
It's ugly. It's ugly. She's ugly as hell.
Right. Unbelievable. Some images are pleasant and others are alarming. Not like the cock though. What?
Yeah.
Like, is he dating a tranny?
I hope not.
Anyway, she would look better without eyeliner, bought lashes, lip gloss, and lipstick, weave, twigs, and other bad things. Gotcha.
I think he means wigs.
A female is better natural. Natural, I'd be down for that. Okay. When all dolled up, she looked bad. Sometimes manny with it.
Dude. Tranny, yeah, kind of like a man when she dolls up.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I just said that he might be kicking it with a tranny.
Wow.
And it's scarring. In person, it's not as bad, but the camera inflames the view of the female, whatever that means.
Maybe it makes it look worse. You know, I saw some people, we take a picture, it makes it like, ugh. But in person, it's like, okay, not that bad, but ugh.
Right. How female corrected and what do I do? Well, Mr. Rambo, I don't know if you know, but you might be kicking it with the dude.
Exactly.
I hear crickets. It's
He's
not
a
on purpose.
Duval. That happened in Duval.
That's right. That's right. I can dig it. You understand? What do you do? Well, you know,
Run.
pretty much.
Shit.
Words right out of my mouth.
Jump out the
You
window.
know, I mean, I don't know about you. This dude said right here, he said, images are pleasant and others are alarming, but not like the condo.
Okay. Yeah, that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this one right here is self-explanatory, dude. Like,
What are you doing,
maybe
Jericho? Are you like, what are you doing?
maybe you ought to be questioning yourself. Maybe.
Man. Oh, man.
You know, but hey, just like I said, you know, whatever makes your boat float. You understand? Just don't write us again.
Please.
Please. Okay, here's number 3, listener email. Check this out. Dear men of show, thanks.
That's bad.
Oh, wow. I happen to have a dilemma. There's this other... Dude, man. This fool said I apple 2 halves. 2 halves of an apple. A dilemma. There's this other party who is 41, 7 kids, no job, but in a large house, looking to create more offspring. All right? XQ's band, what XQ's band? Is the former police chef. Oh, wow. It's the former police chef of the city. Another dread flag for me.
Dread flag. God.
Unbelievable. This is ridiculous. At the current state, I'm looking at jetting. Appropriate appearance and adding up. This smells like pig feet at the country store on Fleet. Oh my God. When analyzing the circumvent, I'm done. What's the hollow word on it? Dwayne in Fayetteville. I'm going to attempt to decipher this right here. Y'all bear with me, okay?
Oh, God.
Oh, wow. Shit. I happen to have a dilemma. There is this other party who is 41. I guess she's talking about her man, all right? Or something. 7 kids, no job, but in a large house, looking to create more offspring, okay? I don't know who XU's band is, but...
I think he was ex-husband, maybe.
Huh?
Ex-husband, maybe.
That's what... Oh, man, that was good. That was dope. XU's band, right. Ex-husband is the former police chief of the city, another red flag for me. At the current state, I'm looking at jetting. The appropriate appearance ain't adding up. This smells like pig feet at the country store on Fleet. When analyzing this circumvent, what's the hollow word on it, right? You're dating a police chief who wants to have a bunch of kids, apparently. And he's not working. He was a former police chief of the city. Well, you might as well do what you got to do because he's not the chief anymore. They just said he doesn't have a job. So he wants to have more kids. You need to run too.
Exactly. Like, that email was scary.
It was scary to read. Like, especially this with this smells like pig feet at the country store on Fleet. Dwayne, you need all the help in the world. And it was actually a dude. I actually thought it was a chick. But whatever. All right, Dwayne, you don't have to write us anymore either. I mean, unless you find it absolutely necessary. Because you are an FUI. That's for sure. Yes, sir. Another listener email we have, okay. Oh, wow. Anthony in Lighthouse Emory.
Oh, Jesus.
Who is that? Oh, wow. Is there a way to get a low none from the radio station? I need to buy care insurance. Oh, wow. INSURINSE, insurance. I have Ball State. Ball State is Kenda High.
Oh,
This dude is an idiot. Also, I'm behind on Kyle. Oh, wow. Kyle Sufferford. Why does it even... Radio can help me, right? Alpo, can I write it off my Texas? That fool. I need high Texas refund. Marco at Jeffy Lou.
God.
This dude even shares your name, so I know you're embarrassed.
Very much so.
It's ridiculous. Okay, here we go, man. I'm going to try to... Okay, Hollywood and Boss. Is there a way to get a low none?
Alone.
That fool said a low none. Is there a way to get a low none? A loan from the radio station? Hell no.
Exactly.
I need to buy car insurance. I have Allstate. Allstate is kind of high. This fool put Kenda High. Also, I'm behind on child support. Oh, my God. On child support. This fool put Kyle Sufferford. Radio can help me, right? Alpo. Can I write off my taxes? This fool put Texas. I need high Texas refund. High Texas refund, right? Marco at Jiffy Lube.
Can't even spell his own employer correct.
This dude is crazy, man. Why? You're not going to get any money from us.
Exactly. Don't ask.
Don't even ask. Like, you get no change. You can't get a loan from the radio station. You understand? You need to take care of all your insurance needs. Now, I know that Allstate is kind of high. I know it is. But that was all your choice. It's your fault. Deal with it. And don't write us no more because you sound like an idiot. Okay? I'm about to go on to the next email because we got to run through these kind of quickly. Oh, wow. Lipton and Larry Khalil. Whatever. What makes your boat float? I've had to opt out on this dumb female friend of mine that's pregnant. It's not my baby. This goof is the epitome of you. Can lead a horse to aqua. What? But can't Mike him drink liquor aqua?
Wow.
Female complaints about symptoms of being in child inside. Oh my God. Lick of child other create and just always be nosy. What? Worrying about stuff not hers. Told dummy to get gingerol. Oh, wow. And throw up pills. What? Sickness pills? And pillows to ball lance the human body with child inside. Oh, God. I tire of female not listening to me. What to do when breather donut... What the hell? What to do with breather donut listening? Sam at Hooters. I'm at a loss for words with this one. Like, he was all right. Sam, you were all right at the beginning. Because I can actually decipher what you were trying to say. Like when he said, I've had to opt out on this dumb female friend of mine that's pregnant with not my baby. Okay, I got that. This goof is the epitome of you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. This fool put liquor oxy. What is that?
Exactly. What is that?
This is ridiculous. Female complains about the symptoms of being pregnant. Lick of child. What? Okay, fast forward. Just always being nosy. Oh my God. Told dummy to get ginger ale and throw up pills and morning sickness pills and pillows to balance the human body with child inside. Sounds like a horror movie. I'm tired of people not listening to me. What to do when breather... What? Man, next.
That's terrible.
That's ridiculous. They're just getting worse over time. Like I can dig it, but man, dude, this is ridiculous, man. I'm glad you all do it on purpose. Yeah. Anyway, that's from Sam at Hooters. Shout out to Hooters. You understand? Especially the Hooters. I'm sending a big shout out to Hooters in Baton Rouge. The last time I was there, they showed me a lot of love, trust me. The wings were absolutely immaculate at best, and they treated me like a king. Thank you, Hooters of Baton Rouge. Gotcha.
Amen to that.
Amen. Oh, bruh, look. It was off the chain. It went down. All right? Next, listener email. Hey, man, Derek in Hollywood. Hey, he calls you Derek.
Who the hell's Derek, though?
Dude, I don't know. I don't even know where he got that from, but I'm glad he got my name right. That shows potential.
Exactly.
But he's about to turn into an FUI real quick. I can see it. Man, I could be wrong, but, because every now and again, we'll get one that actually makes some type of sense, and I don't have to rack my brain trying to figure out what the hell he's talking about.
Exactly. Which is rare.
It's extremely rare. But we might get one or two. Now, this one actually looks good. Okay, so I'm going to see what's what. Okay, hold on. I lost my place right quick. Here it is. Okay. There's this chick I like. She's cool. But, bro, she's average and too not cute. Okay, somebody here has some. She's cool, but it's this one issue that bothers me, and it shows in pictures and when it's up close. This chick got a very noticeable mustache.
Oh,
okay. I want to stroke her. I want to chill. But negligent behavior to not shave or wax that thing off is alarming. She got to know she got it. What am I to do? Carmelo. All right, before we even get started with this one, Carmelo, I would really like to commend you on having a readable email.
thank you.
And this, just like I said, this is rare. You understand? But I actually could read and decipher your email. And for those out there who are, prone to FUI-ism, Mr. Carmelo has this chick. He likes this chick, and she's cool. He says that she's average, and not too cute, but she's cool. But there's just this issue that he can't get past. You understand? It shows up in pictures when it's up close, especially. Is that she has a very noticeable mustache. You understand? He wants to get with her and chill, but the fact that she doesn't take care of the hair on her lip is alarming. And she has to know that she has it, especially if she's the type of girl that uses the wax, to curl the mustache up. Just kidding. He sounds serious. And I'm going to hand this one over to Bossman so he could give you just a little bit of insight on what Carmelo should do. What do you think about that?
Carmelo really can't go to it directly about it. You have to play it off like a Groupon spa date or something.
That's
where
right.
they can maybe offer her a waxing. But the problem is, after the wax, she might not continue the waxing. She will let it allow it to grow back. Hollywood, some women have told me it's a horrific take. I don't buy this horrible take. But they tell me that their grandmothers told them that women with mustaches have a good cat. I'm not buying that. We cannot have matching stashes on our lips. Can't do it. And
absolutely not. And we're not going to share barbers either.
Mustache. Not at all. No way in hell.
That's right. So, Carmelo, you know, you've got a lot of soul searching. Got a lot of soul searching to do. I mean, it really depends on you. Like, if you really, really, truly like her and she makes you happy, Jesus, you know, maybe you ought to kind of. If it's really a concern, you understand. And you all are friends, then you all should be able to have a conversation about what turns you on and what turns you off. Now, I must warn you, depending on her state of mind, you might get slapped. You understand? But at least you came correct and you kept it real. Also, that also depends on, you know, how thick the mustache is, you know, because I know some females, they have like, it's like a light mustache, you know what I'm saying? You can barely see it. You know it's there, but you can barely see it. You know what I'm saying? You know, but if she has like one of those Hulk Hogan mustaches, you know, maybe it's time to head for the hills. You know what I'm saying? Because,
but bro, if you can see it in a picture, it's noticeable in pictures. That's not good. That means it's kind of got some grade to it, you know.
But he said it was kind of. He said it was like, you know, if it was close up. But I can almost imagine that he's close up to her all the time, so he's gonna see it, and 9 times out of 10 it might bother him. Like, you know, it would probably bother me. You know, I don't want to see it, and I don't want to, you know, I don't want to date, you know, Mama Payne.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to go to the same barber and get a shape up. You know what I'm saying? I come out with a really nice mustache, and you got a genuine conquistador mustache. Like, that's not happening.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you all need to have a conversation. You know, she's a good person. She might have a good heart. She might listen and be like, oh, you know, okay if it bothers you or whatever. But just like I said, there could be a downside to that. You know what I'm saying? And if you all are freshly dating, it's a good chance she might pull out something bigger than yours, brother.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, you never know. Okay? All right. Moving on to the next email. We got, dude, Kelvin in Earlwood. This is already starting off bad. I want you all to listen real closely to this imbecile. 5-0. Days of life is wild. Did this get to the mark? What? Damn. Chick I used tired dates back in Mr. Collage and I met at steroids. Unbelievable. I met at steroids Taco Bell and had Taco Bell food. Okay. What? We talked, she 3'7" and, oh God, and I 3'5". I halve, Halve, no kids, she halve, no kids. This is ridiculous. He been right. What? Now she want a guy in Subways that got 5 kids that's 4-3. Where they do that at? Now, it's the most decipherable sentence in this whole paragraph. I'd a better opinion than 4-3. What do you think about Indo Gin Juice Bill? Bilo in D.C. Well, Bilo, I think you want some Indo Gin and Juice. You need to sober up before you send us another email.
Exactly.
Okay. Now let's try to figure this out. 5 to 0 days of life is wild. Anyway.
No, you didn't get to, that's terrible. No.
That is terrible. Did this get to the mark? All right, we're going to fast forward. Okay, chick I used to date back in Mister's college.
Maybe Masters, maybe?
That's what I was thinking. Master's College. And I met at Steroid Taco Bell. Right. Okay. And had Taco Bell food. We talked. She's 37 and I'm 35. I have no kids. She has no kids. Even, right? Yes. Okay. Now she want a guy at Subway that got 5 kids that's 43. Where they do that at? I had a better opinion than 43. This is ridiculous. Let me just cut to the chase for this imbecile. Okay, you say where they do that at? Apparently, they do that where you live. Okay? Now, she's 37, you're 35, and y'all both had no kids, and now she wants a guy at Subway that has 5 kids that's 43. Or maybe she wants kids, but she doesn't want to have them, herself. Could I be right?
Or she don't want to have him with B-Lo because his language, he can't talk or type.
And she's afraid that her kids will come out like borderline remedial. I mean, that could be. Could be. Just saying. Okay, Bilo in D.C., you don't have to write us back either. All right, moving on. Let's go. It's about to get bad. Greg and Chris Alex. Full of 10 oil now. No worries or simple grapes in salads of the night. Okay, man, look. No worries or simple grapes in salads of the night. Let me shake off the work word with you. I'm dating a female short hair and stuff, and she weird and stuff. Woman leaking off the... What? Woman leaking off from the table to ask other tables for a black and mild. People looking at her like she crazy. Then mid-meal, she want us to take a walk to MAPCO to get a black and mild. We come back to the table. Our food is gone, and the police was called on us for attempting stealing, which we wasn't. Things could have got bad. Okay, that's decipherable. I never seen chick again. She seen me email made. Does I leave her along after that? What you men tank? Sammy at JB Penny at Yanier Mall.
JC Penny's, oh my God.
That fool said JB Penny. Then the fool put what you men tank? TANK. All right, you're going to have to help me out with this one. Okay. Greg and Chris Alex full of 10 oil now.
I don't know what that means. I'm going to ignore that part of the email. That's terrible.
He said full of 10 oil.
I don't, is that 5W30, 10W30? Like, what do you mean?
I think he means T.W. Samuel.
Exactly.
No worries or simple grapes and salads of the night.
Yeah, what does that even mean?
no worries, or simple grapes and salad of the night. Okay, gotcha. Let me shake off the work word with you. Workload? Could that be it?
That one throw me there.
I'm done. Okay.
Yeah.
Now he's dating I could have skipped all that shit. Look, he said he's dating a female with short hair and she's weird. Okay, gotcha.
Very much so.
He said this woman was leaning off the table to ask other tables for a black and mild. And people were looking at it. First of all, let's cut to the chase. Who does that? Like, who just goes up to random people talking about, you got a black and mild?
Yeah. Who does
Now,
that?
people looking at her like she crazy. And I would too, brother. I'm with you. Then mid-meal, she wants to take a walk to, what is that, Mapco? What is that?
A gas station, Mapco.
Okay,
Mapco Express.
Okay, gotcha. To get a black and mild. All right. We come back to the table, and our food is gone, and the police has called on us for attempting to steal, which we wasn't. Things could have gotten bad, and I've never seen the chick again. She sent me an email because I left her alone. I left her alone after that. What you men think? What do you men think?
Brother. Run for the hills.
I think he did the right thing.
Don't turn back. She could have got you arrested or hemmed up or killed. No, leave her alone.
I mean, he's an idiot, but I think he did the right thing. He was smart in this instance because, first of all, when you go on a date or when you're going out, you don't want anybody to embarrass you or embarrass themselves by leaning over and walking to random tables talking about, can I get a black and mild?
That's so random.
You know? Okay? You know, so, I mean, you being, I guess, trying to be a gentleman, you know, you took a romantic walk to Mapco to get her a black and mild. I mean, that's gangster. You come back to the table, and the food is gone, of course, because they thought you left. And then you left and didn't even pay anybody, just left to go and get a black and mild, and then you brought your dumb behind back. You are an imbecile, yeah. Come back to find out that your food is gone. The police was called on you for attempting to steal, and they would because you left the table. And yeah, things could have gotten bad. You know, you could have gotten shut up. I mean, we watch videos every day like that where people are getting, the police called on them at various Waffle Houses just for being there, and you all took off to go and get a black and mild mid-meal, didn't pay for your meal, but you come back and you don't expect to find the police. Okay? And as a matter of fact, he even points that out by saying things could have gotten bad. I never seen the chick again, but she sent you an email, you know, yeah, because I guess she was upset because you left her alone after that. Well, just like I said,
off and she got her feelings probably.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking, you know. But at the same token, I think you did the right thing. You did the wrong thing by leaving, dingbat. You actually did the right thing by leaving her alone, you know, because you don't need to be getting yourself in no more trouble. You understand? And don't do that no more. Don't write us.
This will be our last email. Next email will be our last email before we go to segment 3. Next email will be our last email. It's long, but this will be our next email will be our last one before we go to the next segment.
Oh, this is about to be good right here. Check this out. And prepare to hear some applause. Now check this out. Boston, Hollywood.
Amen. About time.
He got it right. Boston, Hollywood, this fresh off the presses, brother. A chick who I used to mess with called me petty after blocking her number, and on Facebook after she went to Miami, and we really didn't communicate while she was there. Okay? Full disclosure, I'm a trucker, so I'm in and out of town. So we have to schedule and plan ahead outings and whatnot. Okay? during the Miami trip, it was a text here or text there. No calls or FaceTime per our normal routine where she's in town. Gotcha. The breaking point was last Wednesday when I texted her about setting something up for the weekend, and she said she would call me back. And as of Saturday morning, I still hadn't heard a thing from her, so I blocked her. She called me from a private number prior to the show, and she called me petty. She said she was in Miami having the time of her life. All right. My thing is this. If I'm the dude she's involved with, and you can't call, FaceTime, or barely text or respond to while you're having the time of her life, I think some other stuff was going on, so I used deductive reasoning and bailed. Your take, PG in Houston.
Damn good email. A great email, actually.
Dude, and Houston, props to Houston. South side, north side, you got it going on. You know what I'm saying? You're 3 hours away. You're my home away from home. I love all of you out there. The home of Screw. You understand? Y'all got it going on. Big club and big suites. It's all going on. Shout out to my brother CeeLo out in Houston. Love y'all. All right. My take, number one, thank you for sending a totally decipherable email that shows that you have some type of intelligence, actually, and you may not be an FUI. This is rare. Now, the thing is here, there's a problem with her not communicating. You know what I'm saying? We can put two and two together and say she was out there being suspect, which, I think she probably was. She was probably partying with J.R. Smith. She might have been partying with Wesley Pipes.
Very much so.
You know what I'm saying? That might be why she didn't get back to you. But the thing is if you are the person in her life that she's kicking it with, why couldn't you go on the trip with her? And I understand that you're a trucker, you know what I'm saying? But, would it be far-fetched to say, you could meet her there or take time off? You know what I'm saying? Am I right?
Or it could have been a girl's trip that she excluded him from.
A girl's trip?
Yeah, well, she excluded him from the girl's trip and he couldn't go. Which is a lot of girl trips, and to me, are just fronts to cheat anyway, if you ask me.
Yeah, pretty much. The thing is, if they're used to communicating like that, and all of a sudden, things change, like, especially when she's out of town, she doesn't want to FaceTime you, she doesn't want to do anything else, something suspect could be going on.
He's right. The reason will tell you, like, this is how you know a cheater. When something's off, when you dating somebody, when the behavior or the pattern changes.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Sign something's going on.
Right, especially when you're used to. I can almost imagine that they're used to communicating every day. They're used to FaceTiming at times, you know what I'm saying? And plus, he's a trucker, so a lot of times he's probably away. You know what I'm saying? So they do FaceTime and they do communicate. You know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden, she takes this trip to Miami, which we know has a hella live nightlife. And all of a sudden now you can't communicate. You can't FaceTime. You know what I'm saying? You can't call me and be like, hey, why don't you make plans to pass through or come up? You know what I'm saying? I can stay a couple of extra nights after everybody else is gone. We done party, we done did that. And me and you, we can have a romantic weekend. You know what I'm saying? None of that. Then apparently, she's not the person that you thought she was.
He's not petty. He did what any person with good sense would do. Like, hey, I text you on Wednesday, you say you're going to call me back. I ain't heard from you on Saturday. Why should I keep you around at that point? Right,
and further waste my time. I could be trying to holler at the person that will treat me right, will communicate, will invite me on these exotic trips and not worry about, whoever else is there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there is a time to have girls' time out and guys' time out. We all do that. But if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck. You know what I'm saying?
If your gut feeling tells you she was doing something suspect, she's doing. Cause think about it. She's in Miami. Miami's known for, like you said, hey, like your girl goes to L.A. by herself, Las Vegas, even Houston, your city, New York, and Miami. She gonna be out there letting loose, and whatever happens there stays there.
Pretty much.
You got caught in the damn crossfire, PG. That's all right.
I personally don't think he's being petty. I think he's moving on. I don't think he has time for the nonsense. Right. Doesn't have any time for the nonsense. Look, you know what I'm saying? You're being suspect. There's a change of pattern. I'm not having it. I'm moving. I think he's doing the right thing. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you gotta, just like you have to use your reasoning. Deductive reasoning.
He used great reasoning, actually. Because that's how I would have peeled it back and pinpointed. Some suspect going on, you in Miami, you on the girls' trip, you can't text, you texting here and there, no FaceTime and no calling. Are you out of town? Yeah, I'm going to add that up. Something going on. You got some joker in your room. You don't want him to hear you talking to me.
Yeah, that's right.
You're a boyfriend for the week.
That's right.
That's how I would have read it.
Pretty much. And then you're going to rub it. And then check this out. You're going to rub it in my face, too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, I had the time of my life.
Bet she did.
Yeah, I bet she did. With good old West Pipes right in the room. Talking about, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I gave your girl a pipe.
Yeah,
but anyway.
Just with the business. She was my tag team cousin.
You got the business.
With that shiny, horrific suits on. And doing the nightlife.
Oh, man. Wasn't that crazy, like?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shiny suits, like, and I'm not talking about the shiny suits that Puffy and Mason them used to wear. I'm, like, talking about, like, really shiny Master P, MP, The Last Don. Like the MP, The Last Don type suits, like.
Exactly, like.
Stop the madness. Yeah, bro. Well, PG, what was that, PG?
PG in Houston.
PG in Houston. Thank you for your email, sir. But, you did the right thing. Head for the hill. And don't waste any further time with the knucklehead.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the emails. We got 2 more. We'll read those next segment. Just to read them, make sure we get your emails read, and then we will cover material. Old school FUI material. After this short break, get ready for it. Boston Hollywood close you out. Segment 3, second quarter show on the way. Folks, we'll be back after the short break.
Don't go nowhere.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Folks, we're back on the Bossman Show, FUI Report Special, second quarter show with Boss and Hollywood. We've come off a segment of J.R. Smith, Tristan Thompson, and Jaheim, and Tequila Evil of Michael Jordan hour. Then we moved to the email hour, bookended by illiterate FUIs, but then bookended by smart non-FUI and PG in Houston. We got 2 emails to read, Hollywood. Before you read the emails, what is your thoughts on the show's first 2 hours so far?
They were awesome, man. I had a blast. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about our good buddy J.R. Smith. He's an absolute constant on our show. He's, yeah, I don't believe I'm saying it, but he's a small part of the reason why our show is a success is because he's consistently giving us material. Consistently. He's constantly making the headlines on our show, and Yeah, I gave him props. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, I'm not a hater. I'm gonna give props to where they're due. He's a funny guy. He does some weird stuff, and he makes our list. He used to make our list basically weekly. You know what I'm saying? Weekly. You know, and now that we have a quarterly show, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna always be a part of our show because there's always going to be something that he does to make the show. So, Mr. Smith, if you're listening, and I'm sure you are.
He's still in the live stream. He's still in there, causing trouble, denying everything.
Thank you very much for making our show a success. You're the man. Yeah, right. But anyway.
What's up?
What's up? You understand? But, you know, just like I said, he's hilarious. And we have good old Tristan. He's a shenanigan puller. But, I mean, how many shenanigan pullers do we not have on the show? You understand? Like, look at the emails that we had. These were some, we've seen some emails, you know, over the years that were really, it was almost as if they were sent, like, by a 2-year-old. But these ones right here, I mean, the ones that we did this time, they outdid last quarter's emails. The only thing that saved, you know, that basically gave me any kind of solace, if I can say that, is the fact that we had PG from Houston. And who else do we have?
Carmelo.
Yes, Carmelo. You know what I'm saying? And that was pretty, I'm reading his right now. That was pretty amazing that we actually had two that went against the grain and made our jobs just a little bit easier. So to Carmelo and PG from Houston, big shout out to Houston. You guys can email the Bossman Show whenever you feel like it. I don't even know if I've ever said that before.
I don't think you have.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was that crucial. You know what I'm saying? I got to those emails. I mean, it was like a breath of fresh air, Chief.
Very
like
much so. And
real.
they got your name right, but Carmelo called me Derek, but PG got my name correct, which is I'm happy about.
Yeah, and that's rare. It's pretty rare that they even get my name right. So don't feel bad. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, PG from Houston, man, big up. You know, because the rest of those emails were absolutely painful. And I actually have a couple of more on these.
They're
these
painful.
right here.
I can read they're painful.
Yeah, man. Like they were painful to read. Like I was squinting at my screen like, dude, am I reading the right thing? Like what the hell is going on, man? But, you know, just like I said, just like I told you, like that's tradition. You know, we have a forum where we actually allowed our listeners to have fun along with us. You know what I'm saying? And not that it's a really good thing, but it is a thing nonetheless that they show their FUI side. You know, and it's become a tradition where they send us these goofy emails of stuff that really may or may not be going on in their life. You know, but they send these emails so I can basically make a fool out of myself reading them. And then I try to decipher whatever it is they're saying and give them an honest answer that makes sense or may not make sense. Whatever. You know. So, in essence, you know, it's been an absolute dynamite Bossman Show, just like we've had over the years, man. And I'm just happy to be a part of this for over the last 10 years. You know what I'm saying? It's always fun. We're always live. And you all stay tuned because we've got some things. I got some things that I have planned, and I'm going to bring them to Bossman's attention. We have every intention on making this show that much better for our listeners' enjoyment, because the thing is it's all about you all. And if it weren't for our listeners, we wouldn't have anything. So big up to our listeners. Big up to Blog Talk Radio. Our sponsors, wherever, you know what I'm saying? Big up to all you all, and thanks for making our show a success.
Exactly. We started from nothing, now we something.
Now we're something. That's right. And I remember back then, we had a lot more people at the round table. We was kicking it off with the Reverend Dirt shirt and all that stuff. It was fun, but, after a while, not everybody stays on the same page. I mean, that's just business. And the last two are standing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just proud to be here.
Got that right.
So. All right. Now, we're about to go from the sublime to the ridiculous.
We got two left over. We don't cover them right now. We got two emails that are terrible at best.
That's an understatement, but okay, here we go. Leo and Above Edward.
Oh God.
That fool said Above Edward. Trick robbed me. Trick robbed me. Did he really write that? Trick robbed me. Trick robbed me. Okay. Bramod, I beat 2 or 3 math. What? Act. This is crazy. Bramod, I beat 2 or 3 math. Act said me to pay her cricket bill. Cricket? What? Bill was $134.36. I pay bill and the Bramod changed her number. Damn. Nevada again. No more nights. Andre.
Well, damn, Andre.
You just brought me back down, man.
He paid the phone bill and checked the number on his ass. That's messed up.
Yep, you're a trick and you deserved everything you got. That's what you get.
First of all, I'm not paying no bill for a woman that's not my woman. Just because I'm beating her don't mean I'm paying her the bills. No,
you understand? See, period, point blank. I mean,
some women think because you knocking them off, you owe them bill money, or like as a trade or a barter, I'm giving you this, you gonna pay this. And if you don't pay, they don't withhold from you. That's not how the deal works. Unless I'm your man, or we're dating exclusively, we've made that conversation, had a conversation, I'm not obligated to pay your bills for you. And why am I going to pay your phone if you change your number, you talk to your other dudes?
Right.
So,
and furthermore, pretty much. And the thing is furthermore, if it's got to be all that, you might as well have gotten a hooker. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, I mean, you're going to still come up out of some money, right?
Right.
You're not going to hear all that yang, like, I need a bill that needs to be paid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're going to trick with no headache. You know what I'm saying? Don't have somebody sit up there trying to run the game on you like, yeah, I gave you these boots, now you're going to pay some bills. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have a hooker. I'd rather go to the bunny ranch, pay my way up in there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to, sure enough, I'm going to pay a fee. You know what I'm saying? And whatever bills that pays for, I don't know about it. You understand? I know what I'm getting into. You understand? But then there are times when a cat could be knocking a chick off, and they already have an ulterior motive, and they don't tell you until like a couple of times afterward. You know what I'm saying? You're just like caught by surprise, like where's this coming from? You know what I'm saying? We ain't had no.
I will decline saying that I don't loan friends money, or I'm not gonna give nobody money that's not my main woman.
Right, but that's the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? It's friends. Like, there has been no establishment of a relationship or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Off don't mean that I'm not obligated. I think that's the misnomer, Hollywood. Some men and a lot of women think because they knocking somebody off, they're obligated or connected. No. Just for the time.
That's not how that works out.
Just for the present time y'all together, y'all are. But once you part ways, it's back to whatever you were doing.
Right.
Because unless you're official in a relationship, you're single, okay?
Yep,
you're talking
period.
to somebody or whatever you're dating, until it's official and exclusive, you're still single and can go out and do what they want to do. So until that's because somebody's giving you attention does not mean you're the only one.
Exactly.
So
period.
I ask women this question, Hollywood. If I wasn't in your life, what would you do?
Ask the next sucker for some money.
Exactly. And they be like, well, a real man would not want to have to ask. Women always do. Well, a real man ain't going to jump in unless I have to jump in. And if I ain't your main man, I'm not jumping in.
And also, who says that you ain't doing that to somebody else? Mm-hmm. While you're with me. Or while we're knocking off or whatever we're doing, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no exchange of funds, you know. I mean, I've had some one-night stands in my lifetime, and there was no exchange of funds. Sometimes there wasn't even an exchange of a number. You know what I'm saying? We kicked it. I was out of town. We kicked it. You know what I'm saying? We had a good time. You know, things got hot and heavy. We ate breakfast in the morning. See you. You know what I'm saying? That's not far-fetched. But that does not equate to I pay your bills.
He said
you know what I'm saying?
3 times they've had sex. That's not enough to be paying your phone bill because I'm gonna tell you, I'm leery of rent and phone bills because I feel like I'll be paying for you to talk to your next dude or the next dude to come over and not smash you too. I'm not paying that.
That's
fee. I'm
right.
not paying his hotel fee. I'm good.
That's what I'm saying, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know who else you're pulling this off with. This could be your hustle.
But he paid the bill and the number got changed immediately. Oh my God.
Well,
He a trick, but that's a lower trick though.
He got suckered, you know what I'm saying? And now he's all up in his feelings about I paid the bill and the bramard changed her number. Well, you know, what you expect?
You should let that phone stay off.
She got what she wanted. That was a wrap. Now she's on to the next fool. You know what I'm saying? Pay my bill. Pay my telephone bill. Pay my automobile.
Yeah, exactly. You and me are through.
Right.
Trifling, you won't pay my cricket. I'ma kick your ass if you don't pay my cricket. If you don't get my wig and my hair and my lashes, I'm gonna kick your ass out. And you got kicked out, Andre.
Unbelievable.
You paid the bill. Else got kicked out, Andre. That's even worse. He paid the fee and still got kicked to the curb.
Right. And judging by the way you spell, I can almost understand why she pulled it off.
Exactly.
Talking about some Nevada again. What?
Exactly.
No more nice. That no more nice is the first thing that made sense.
Exactly. And the trick robbed me made sense now. And damn made sense.
Yeah, that did too. That was trick robbed.
That middle paragraph is what's the worst.
Me just behind whooped. Anyway, well, Andre, sorry that you got played, man, but learn a lesson. You said no more nights, we'll see. All right. Dude, man, what's up with this? They getting you messed up.
Oh, God.
Stefan in Hollywood?
Who the hell is Stefan? Like, I'm Stefan Marbury or somebody? For real?
Stefan Urkel.
Damn.
Now, check this out. Stefan in Hollywood, right. I'm dissented right now. I tired to recognize an old fiend.
Okay.
We was supper to ring up with each other, food and drink wine. She didn't call me for the day off the meeting. What? Why the chick didn't call me? We sipped right up, ring up. I thought she wanted me up. What? Me too. Woo. Dwight in New Garcetti.
Oh, God. You been telling me he butchered his own state?
This is the craziest thing. I'm descended right now. I'm tired to recognize an old fiend. Okay, he got sleepy when he couldn't recognize an old crack smoker.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But in all actuality, he's saying I tried to recognize an old friend. We were supposed to, I guess, hook up with each other and drink wine. Eat food and drink wine. I hope that's what he's saying.
Me too. I'm prayerful.
Right. She didn't call me for the day off the meeting. Whatever. She didn't call him the day of the meeting. Okay. Why the chick didn't call me? Well,
Can't spell.
I can almost guarantee it's because you're illiterate.
Exactly.
Because if you were, dude, if you texted her with this madness that you're texting us, I guarantee. All right. We sipped right up, ring up. See? I told. What?
Came in the cold, that one.
Yeah, I thought she wanted me up. What?
Maybe he thought, maybe.
That's what I'm thinking. I thought she wanted me up. She want to meet up. Okay. I thought she want to meet up. Me too.
That's random. Me too. Woo. What does it mean? Me too movement. Woo! Is that what you're trying to say? You happy about that? Me too. Woo! Like, what does that mean?
Right.
But
You throw it in the game. Like, I thought she want to meet up. Me too. Okay.
he got spilled his steak, though.
So I guess in a nutshell, he's saying that he wanted to. He's disappointed when he tried to hook up with his old friend. They were supposed to eat and drink. She didn't call him the day of the meeting, and he's asking us why did the chick call him. I answered that question. Then he goes into we sipped right up, ring up, and that totally lost me. Like he's going back and forth. He's having a Rick James moment.
The white don't know what's happening right now. The white's confused and conflicted.
Dude, I thought she wanted to meet up. Maybe he's saying, I thought, like, me too, I thought she wanted to meet up. But what's the woo for?
Like, there's nothing to woo about. There's nothing to woo. There's nothing good happened here, Dwight.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing to woo about here. Like, number one, you're not Ric Flair or anybody. Because Ric Flair would have scored. Number two, you're acting like you're celebrating your own disappointment because she didn't call you, and that within itself is the equivalent of sitting on the television and watching the couch.
I'm like, what are you doing, Dwight? Like, my man, like, I'm gonna go back to a word from last segment. Deductive reasoning. Either she got cold feet, she thinks you're stupid, thought it'd be an embarrassing and waste of her time, or you was only calling her because she saw you text her. Oh my God, the white's still stupid. Let me pull out.
Yeah. Or it could be a combination of all those factors rolled up into one. Because I know one thing, this guy couldn't even spell where he lived at. I don't even know what the hell this is. Like, New Garcetti? Where is that?
I think he mean New Jersey, but he butchered it so
I
bad.
thought, like, I even read it wrong at first. Like, I said Serengeti.
He made you dyslexic for a second there. Like,
Hey, man. Hey.
but how
Well-
think about this? I have to go through 4,800 emails to get even these 12 to you.
That's ridiculous.
4,800 to get these 12.
Dude, so I know you got a headache.
Ibuprofen is my best friend. Take 2 every 8 hours.
Oh, my gosh.
I've
This
been
is
reading
like-
emails since Sunday.
Ooh, wow. That's a headache.
Just think what doesn't make it to air. That's all.
That's what I'm saying. Like, these right here, these right here are like the pigs of the litter, and they're bad. So you can almost imagine, like, what kind of gibberish was in the other. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the other emails, like, they must have been, like, listening to somebody, I don't know.
So it seems like they have like, and they send them all hours of the night though, like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. Why are you sending me emails time? Like, why's my iPad buzzing that time of night?
I don't know, man. I mean, maybe they just need some answers. Maybe they're bored. Maybe they're high. You know what I'm saying? Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Maybe they, I mean, you name it.
Yes, and the ones I delete are like they burn my eyes. And
This is what's burning
got
my
a
eyes.
practice where I try not to read them more than once.
Right. Just trying to read them, try to run through it and throw it in the can and throw the whole damn can away.
You know
I mean, this guy said,
when guys send you multiple emails on the same email, like you already send me. You know how in Gmail, like the Bossman show emails from Gmail email. So it seems like you sent this before.
yeah.
So I got send the same email every day. Hey, dude, stop.
Please.
We get once you send it, we get it. Now if I don't choose to pick it, that's on me. But once you
Right.
send it, we get it.
Dude, I'm tired to recognize an old fiend. That just killed that man. That killed me right there. I'm trying to tell you. And I don't know what's up with these guys trying to. I mean, it's like they're playing themselves for suckers, man. But just like I said, I mean, maybe if he has a number and they've obviously communicated, but if he texts her, it was over before it began. I'm trying to tell you. And she wasn't gonna meet up with you for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro.
And Hollywood, this is another thing I have too. This is one of my things. I don't see we on 37 the Hot Boss Hollywood show. I'm gonna put it out there. If you say you're gonna call or text me back, I'll allow you to call or text me back. I'm not gonna bug you.
Of course.
The ball's in there in your court. If you say out of your words, I'm gonna call, text you back, I'm gonna let you do it.
And furthermore,
I had one friend like asked me before,
yeah.
why ain't I heard from you? Well, last time we spoke, you said you gonna call me back. I always wanted you to call me back.
Right.
For a whole year? Yeah.
Right, because exactly, because the next move is on you. If you say you're going to call me or text me, I'm going to take it for what it is. Now, if I got to wait 2 weeks, I already know what time it is. And furthermore, it's not even going to take that long. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm not about to play your game with you, you know?
Period.
And
Period.
I want to address this too, Hollywood, while we in this open forum here.
That's what's up.
We both are in business, okay? What I hate is people who don't confirm meetings with you.
Right.
I feel like you should confirm a meeting within 48 hours of the meeting at least. Or at very least the day before by 6 p.m. Or it's going to get canceled. And it happened to somebody recently who's want to meet with me. I'm like, I'm a busy man. I travel. I'm not. If you don't confirm you're gonna meet with me, I'm not about to be. I'm gonna take out my schedule.
Right.
And if you call me day of, so I pull out, if not something I confuse an emergency, you might not get another meeting. That's just my policy. And this individual told me I was unfair. I'm being a dictator. No, I'm being a dictator. I'm being the manager of my time.
Well, yeah. That has nothing to do with being a dictator. It's my time. And time doesn't wait for anybody. You know, so I'm going to be getting on with my life. You don't call me, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just going to be sitting on the phone looking like Eddie Murphy in that scene from Boomerang where he's sitting on that phone waiting for Jacqueline to call him. Watching the clock just tick tock, you know what I'm saying, and time is passing. That's not going to happen, man. That'll drive a dude crazy.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially when it's about business that you want me to help you with.
Well, of course, man. It's like I said, when money is in the picture, you know, time's not waiting for anybody. You know what I'm saying? This is business. And even if it's not business, I'm not going to sit up there and waste my time. You know what I'm saying? If you said you're going to call or text me, and, you know, and we're supposed to be doing something, you understand? Then just like you said, the ball is in your court.
I have a hard line rule. If I don't hear from somebody to meet with me by 6 p.m. the prior day, I'm canceling the meeting.
Straight up. Straight up.
To me, the closest business is 6 p.m. If I don't hear from you at the close of business on the previous day, screw you. I'm not about to waste my time. I'm opening up my calendar.
Right.
And then I have this issue too, Hollywood. You have these people who take forever to respond to simple text. Like, we have our phones near us. And I have an iPhone. And I know when your phone is blue, you have your phone near you in its home.
Right.
You don't respond to a text. About business now. That wasn't personal shit, but business.
That's serious.
And you don't respond, or you ask me a question days later, or answer or respond. I don't respect that. They'll get your ass cut off so fast.
Oh, yeah. Just like I said, man, I mean, there is a such thing as open lines of communication. You understand? And nobody is that busy to the point where they can't send some type of communication to let you know A, B, C, and D. Especially to whereas business is concerned. If you can't make a meeting, communicate it. You understand? If you can't do something, communicate it. If you're busy, communicate it. So I can keep it moving.
These new cats in business, man, they don't have the principles you and I have, man.
Well, a lot of these.
You know, you try to help them, but they don't want. They don't want to do it the right way. They want to do it their way.
Right, because a lot of these fresh new cats, you know, they're pretty much selfish. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them really don't know how to conduct business the right way. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when you're dealing with business, you know what I'm saying, a lot of that is communication. You know, as just like with my partner, Big Minutes. Shout out to Big Minutes. Really though, we in the house. You know, a lot of our business is communication. You know what I'm saying? And if I can't make an engagement, I communicate that to him so he's not waiting around on me. You know what I'm saying? Or if I can't do something, we communicate about it. You understand? So, I mean, that's the way.
That's how you foster respect. Like, to me, a delayed text response when you know it's about business, or a lack of confirmation for a meeting, or you try to change, or you try to change it day of. To me, I'm already looking at you like, man, you're finished already.
Right. And I mean, I understand I understand that circumstances happen and things do happen. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it shouldn't come a time where, you know, you let weeks, because that has happened where, you know, I'm working on business and, you know, I might send out a text to somebody, a partner, or a mass text to partners, and it had been weeks until they had gotten back with me, and that's unacceptable. You know what I'm saying?
Their phones near them all the time. So that's why I'm like, when I don't get text, like, for real? I know your phone's near you. You're making phone calls.
You understand?
To somebody.
And especially when you have your own business, like having a phone is like, that's like your office. You know what I'm saying? That's where all the deals or whatever, what have you, is coming in. That's where you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much how you make all your moves. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, get it together.
Yeah, like you and I, we communicate with each other.
Yeah.
And plus we have a respect beyond business.
Right.
That's nothing that helps as well.
Absolutely.
So, but I try to teach these young dudes about the radio game, but look, Hollywood, I'm like this point in my career, I'm not wasting my time helping out these new cats. You know, you want to pay it forward, you want to help them out, but nah, man, at this point, I don't think I'm going to move beyond this worry about this brand. We're trying to help you, somebody step on their own. If they don't want the help, they don't want to do it the right way, they want to do it on their own time and be just reckless with people's time and people's efforts. Man, I ain't got time.
Pretty much, I agree.
We gonna be all right.
Oh, yeah. You know, that's just, I mean, like, and I'm going to put this out there, for instance, you know, the show was supposed to happen yesterday. You understand? But I had a situation where I had to work over. Somebody was absent. I had to take over. And I had to work over. You was the first person that I texted, of course. It should have been that way, because that's how you conduct business. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't make it back to my house before starting time, so I asked for, you know, I wanted to postpone it until today. And as you can see, this show went off without a hitch. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe in professionalism. You know what I'm saying? And also, I have to consider other people's business when it's not just me. And that's what I think a lot of times in situations, that's what people are leaving out. You know, they're leaving out the consideration for other people's business. You know what I'm saying? You're not the only person on earth, and you're not the only person that conducts business in the world. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else has business to conduct on their time where they're at. So you have to be respectful and mindful of other people's moves when you're making moves with them. You know, am I correct?
You're right. And also, giving you some business tips out here, young up-and-coming radio personalities. You have to respect each other. You know, you reap what you sow.
Yes.
You know, setting a bad reputation for yourself can ruin you down the road. Like, I have had to bust down doors since my career started.
Oh, brother, I know.
And be presentable. And if you don't have your stuff in order, you're going to lose out fast. They're going to lose respect in you. Because, see, we have all these platforms here. Audio Boom. You have TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Spreaker, Radio Public, Deezer, Castbox.
Right.
Blog Talk Radios. So all these different platforms, plus our affiliate stations. If I had a shabby product presentation, you think we can have all these platforms we have here? We wouldn't. So how you present yourself is everything. And that's really be professionally, socially, on the web, and just in general. It all counts.
That's right.
You never know who can be a consumer, or be a sponsor, or be an end user of your show's product.
Right, because
the racing, you'll screw yourself royally going forward.
True, because like our GM says, he says perception is everything. You know what I'm saying? Perception is everything. You know, it might and your how should I say? It's almost like your reputation will precede you. So if you're a poor communicator, you know what I'm saying? People will talk about that first before anything else. You know what I'm saying? And what I perceive about you is what's going to be until you change my mind. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a habit of not communicating or not being good in business communication, that's going to come to mind first before I do anything else or before I make a decision. I'm going to be thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, that's what's going to be the determining factor of if we do business at all. You know?
Exactly.
So if you're out there and you're doing business with anybody, make sure you're doing it right. You know, you'll save yourself a lot of trouble, a lot of time, and quite possibly a lot of money. Words of wisdom.
Exactly.
Words of wisdom.
And if you want to be successful, you just gotta do it the right way.
If you want to be successful in any business, you know, where you're capable of turning a good profit or turning nothing into something, you might want to try doing business the right way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, especially out here, all business ain't good business. You know?
Yeah, they're right.
And I'm trying to tell you, we know. You know what I'm saying?
Trust and believe. And you gotta know how to make hard decisions on people. Like, Hollywood knows this. I've lost friends for decisions I made about the show, which is fine.
Yep.
They didn't agree with what decision I made, but we all got started together. That's a little hit we got, but eventually you grow. You have to make changes.
That's right. And not everybody's going to agree with the changes that you make.
Exactly. You know, while I hate that people who helped the show give a foundation to it no longer part of the show, but it's eventually a part of growth. And, you know, I didn't think that it would be that much of an issue. So I thought we had better friends than that, but I saw that personal feelings gets involved when you feel like you're being left out in the cold.
Right.
Part of something at the beginning. Now I understand that sentiment. I don't mean to be that way, but to take the steps I've taken to move, I had to leave people behind. And it's not because I dislike them or whatever. It's just that they was not good to take to the next phase of the show.
That's right.
And I hate that message wasn't conveyed, or it didn't seep in for whatever reason it didn't. A lot of them people resent me still, which I don't. It's not that I don't say I don't care, but it's like I can't stop from feeling that way, you know.
That's right, and it doesn't hinder your moving forward, because if that was the case, you know, you wouldn't be where you are right now with this show. You know, so I believe that happens with all with all business owners and people that are really running their own thing. You know, you have people who you might have started out with, you know, they might have gone a different path, or you might be on 2 different wavelengths. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, you know, it's commonplace that happens, and you have to keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who you start out with is not destined to go where you're going. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But in essence, still, you have to keep it moving. You have to keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's meant to go where you're going. And that's something that I stress. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten to the point where I'm comfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't sit there and stress about I don't stress about people who I've had to part ways with where business is concerned. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, you know, you'll find that it was better that you had done that anyway, because they might not have been working in your best interest in the first place, where it might have been lucrative starting out, but it became a detriment going on. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you're responsible for you, really, and you only. You know, and you cannot let bad decisions, you know, concerning business affect the business that you're trying to do. You just can't. You know what I'm saying? No matter who it's with. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you're gonna have to live with yourself. You got to live with the decisions that you make. So try to make the best decisions that you can. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and that's the whole key to it. I'm happy with the show, and I'm if it's just a man about the show, it's been working out in my favor, and I hope to keep batting 1,000 about show decisions. So I hope to keep doing that going forward.
Yep.
And folks, the next show's gonna be for sure third quarter show's Hollywood's birthday special. That's September, so look out for that.
And it's gonna be bombastic, I promise you.
And I'm pretty sure we'll have FUI King on that show too.
Oh,
and then quarter 4 is the holiday special in December. So that's 2 shows. We may have a special show or interview or 2 before that. Just stay tuned for us. We'll let you all know. But I want to thank you all, because Hollywood, we had tonight 118,000 people on our live stream tonight.
And it's only getting bigger.
So I'm on Hollywood.
Oh, man.
Since day one, he's been my ride or die here on the Bossman show. And
already,
thank you all the fans, because without you all fans, where would we be here on the Bossman show? So thank you all for that. Hollywood, any last thoughts before we go, brother?
Oh man, just like I said, man, I'm just, you know, I'm happy to be here. You know, it's been over a decade we've been doing this. You know what I'm saying? Never a regret. We've had some changes, but those changes have been in our favor, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? It didn't stop anything. You know what I'm saying? We still have tons of listeners coming in. They want to check us out, and I'm just thankful to you, Bossman, you know, for putting me on, you know what I'm saying, and making me a part of the thing that you're doing, you know. Thank you. And thank all the fans out there. Man, look, you know, you all send us the goofiest emails of all time, but I'm trying to tell you, if it weren't for you all tuning in and sending the emails and making us laugh, and a lot of times after I get off the phone, you make me cry. But if it wasn't for you all, you know, just like I said, you know, this thing wouldn't be nearly as special as what it is. And it's because of our listeners, you know, that we have a forum and we have a platform to talk about crazy things and do crazy things. And, you know, we have fun. So, thank you.
Yes, indeed. What folks said to be the last word from Hollywood, folks. Boss, Hollywood third quarter special is over. Catch y'all for sure in September. We may see all that before that. We'll never know. Take these people. We out.
Out.
And if you don't know, now you know, you know.